Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since we've done this type of episode here on the channel, and to be honest with you all, they're some of my favorite videos to make, and that is highlighting some of the best update ideas and concepts made by very talented individuals inside the Brawl Stars community. Now, the reason I enjoy making these so dang much is the Brawl Stars dev team have shown us countless times that they listened to our ideas and a lot of the time implemented them into the game. Here's a perfect example that I found just a few days ago. The concept I made 10 months ago became real, and that's the heist rework. It's freaking awesome. I love stuff like this, and I feel like individuals much like this guy, Tori Snai, I definitely said that wrong, don't get enough recognition, right? So not only is it fun to go through these things, I think they benefit the community immensely, and I think these people definitely deserve a bit more credit. Also, if you guys do enjoy these types of episodes, be sure to let me know. The best way to tell me is with a like. I'll do them more often. Time to get some of these good ideas out there. But I wanted to start things off with an absolute banger. I'm not sure if I've seen Brian inside the community at all, but he is turned into one of my absolute favorite concept makers for Brawl Stars. His ideas are insane. Let's give him a follow back, obviously. But taking a look at this one that is making waves inside the Brawl Stars community and even got a reply from Google Play of all things, which is crazy. 2,000 likes. He ended up coming up with a concept of Brawl Stars collabing with Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the most goated cartoons, would you even call it, anime out there. I've watched it like 5 freaking times. But this dude's artwork and ideas, like making a setting and a time and a place for this collab, is just next level. Getting into the Reddit post that he posted about this, seeing that there's a bit more to it over here. He says, my imagining for what the Brawl Stars x Avatar: The Last Airbender collaboration would look like. Collect every skin in the gang world as you battle it out in the great city of Omashu. Which skin is your favorite? More art and ideas on my Twitter. Make sure to go check out his Twitter. There is more concepts from him that we will be going over in this episode today as well. You know, it's awesome ever since Brawl Stars started doing a lot of collabs in their updates that it gives way for these types of possibilities and ideas over here on social medias from people like this. But take a look at some of the initial things. As you can see, a lot of them are skin based. There's not like a brawler for this collab or anything like that, but I like concepts much like this, right? We have an Aang skin for Chester, which is sick, and then Katara for Mandy, and even giving some of the animation or design effects that might go along with them. My favorite thing is the fact that Momo is Chester's like hat, right, for Aang. It's so cool. Moving on to some more skins. We have Nita and Appa, bro. Like the perfect skin idea. Appa's got to be one of my favorite characters in Avatar: Last Airbender by far. But then we have Fang Zuko, so sick. We have Suki BB. Yes, dude, that's so good as well. Oh my goodness. And then we have pins to match the skins, dude. Oh my gosh, how sick would this collab be? You know, it's weird. It's like whenever ideas pop up like this, it's like, in what world would Brawl Stars ever collab with Avatar, you know? But then we have examples of them collabing with like SpongeBob. So I guess it makes sense. It's not so off or outworldly, you know? But moving on here, more pins, or these are sprays. Really, really cool. We have some profile icons. Really like that Aang one. One of my favorite things about what he did with this collab on this next page is giving like an environment feel, what it might look like battling it out in Omashu with even like bush and rock designs. So freaking sick, dude. So much work put into this. Some of the robot skin designs, right? Oh, I'm such a fan. And then the app icon. Yo, it's so good. Oh my goodness. Dude, that is so freaking fire. And then we have a background for the home screen. We have the arrow on the skull. Dude, it's so perfect. Like, this needs to happen, bro. Come on. Even comes up with like a unique thing to open, much like we get with these collabs. Sushi. You guys know the gist right now. But we have cabbage drops. If you know the show, you know the meme, okay? Okay, let me know if you know. And then we have some additional designs as to what Aang might look like for the final post over here on Reddit. It's just like amazing. You know, so much work going into a post like this. And I bet a lot of people will never see this, which is why I love making videos much like this. It's so much fun looking through them, but it's just awesome to see talented individuals inside the community. Brian, you're the freaking GOAT if you're watching this. Now, before we move on to additional ideas, I do want to highlight a few more from this this individual, Brian or Carbon Ty, over here on Reddit because he has so much more. This man is like the collaboration god, you know what I'm saying? Offering his idea of Brawl Stars in like different popular app universes, you know what I mean? So many wonderful ideas. Okay, I'm not 100% knowing like all the like names for these characters from different mobile games and stuff like that, but as you can see, it's an Eve skin. Such a cool skin design for Eve, my gosh. We've got Meeple, Geometry Dash. Yo, that's so fire. Temple Run Rico. Oh my gosh, dude. Jetpack Joyride Janet, that fits so well. Oh my gosh, this guy's a beast. Super Monkey Miko. Oh my gosh, I love this guy's art style. Subway Surfers, Ems, and Ollie. That makes so much sense as well. Bad Piggies Meg, and the list goes on and on. This guy is so good. But he doesn't just make collab ideas either. He's made some really cool concepts, much like battle card concepts, more specific ones, and they look beautiful, you know? I could definitely see a world where we got more unique battle cards in the future, and stuff like this would be so fire. I think customizability on your profile is like really, really nice in Brawl Stars, so having additional ones much like this would be so cool. So yeah, I wanted to throw my hat out there for Carbon, all the work he's been doing and coming up with some of these amazing ideas. So freaking fire. But now that we got the GOAT out of the way, it's time to get into a few more that really piqued my interest that I've been seeing here recently. Actually, a post that just came out 3 hours ago at the point that I'm recording this video, a Supercell Make rewards idea by Mayonnaise Brawl Stars. I thought this was really, really cool if you ask me. You know, we do Supercell Make campaigns and there isn't that much of a reward for it. You get your skin in game. I'm not sure if there's a monetary reward anymore. I could be wrong about that. It's been a while since I've dived deep into Supercell Make, but something like this would be huge for a lot of people out there. So participants would get 1,000 bling. So just trying to participate in the actual Supercell Make campaign that is going on. Finalists get pins and exclusive rewards, which is so freaking good. There's a reason why everyone is so dead set on the like rarity of the pins for winning those tournaments. I can't remember what they are, but it's basically like the red shield spike with like his hand going up if you win these really high class tournaments against like really, really sweaty players. The flex of getting something like that is so dang hype. So stuff like this would be really, really cool for artists out there to have a little bit more drive to participate and try hard in these campaigns, right? There's even more for like winners. You get a profile icon, a pin, and even a battle card. The battle card is so fire. Look at that. That's so sick. Born to Draw. There's so much stuff in Brawl Stars where rewards, if they're just like flex worthy things, they make such a huge difference, I think, for a lot of people out there. Stuff that you can flex on your account, make it cursed. I don't know. It's just so hyping in the Brawl Stars. And then showing off a little bit more of the profile icon if you end up getting the title, the Born to Draw. So freaking cool, dude. I feel like it's been a while since our last Supercell Make campaign, and something like this, drive a little bit more attention to it, make the campaign a bit more hype. I think that'd be really, really cool. But moving along here, getting into a few more ideas, I kind of liked this idea or a concept around it. We have No Percentage 508 coming up with this very first concept or idea here for Brawl Stars, and it's called the Upgrade Token. It reminds me of progression in Clash Royale. I don't specifically remember what it actually is, like the Book of Books or something like that. Something where you collect and you can use it to upgrade your brawlers. So they end up explaining how does it work. This item can upgrade any brawler to any level, how to get them out of mythic and legendary star drops, as well as 3 in the free pass plus 2 more in the paid brawl pass. And then they give a little visual representation as to how it might work, where you can utilize an upgrade token to level up your brawler no matter what level they're on. So obviously it wouldn't be worth it if you're at level 1. You would want to save it till when you're at like power level 10 and you want to get to 11, you know? I feel like the upgrade system is starting to get a little bit like inflated when it comes to coins. I don't know if inflated is the right word, but it's just really pricey when it comes to coins. And I feel like eventually there might need to be some sort of rework when it comes to upgrading your brawlers or the abilities purchasing them with like power points. I don't know what they would do, but if they end up releasing another ability outside of hypercharges and they cost coins, the economy in Brawl Stars is just going to be so coin droughted, it's going to be insane. So I don't know, I kind of liked this idea. It's an interesting one, thinking outside the box a little bit. Would you guys enjoy this in the game? I think it'd be cool. Speaking of new abilities, seeing that we are getting close to the end of new hypercharges coming out, which I feel like is really important for Brawl Stars, new abilities coming to the game, It's another thing that generates a lot of hype in these updates aside from new brawlers being released. And it seems to be an ongoing practice that the dev team likes to have, whether it was the rollout of secondary star powers, secondary gadgets. Slowly rolling them out added a lot of hype, and once we finish with hypercharges, we no longer have those things. So maybe third star powers, or maybe other things much like these, synergies. It's an interesting idea from Sucks Crossing, where synergies would be a new mechanic for brawler builds to help with power balance between abilities and brawlers builds in a unique way instead of simply reworking them. So the synergy ability would benefit you if you utilize a star power and gadget combination. You would achieve a synergy ability by using them in tandem. So for this example, we have Chester. The synergy is active by utilizing that gadget and star power, explaining essentially it's an added and/or amplified ability that only takes effect if you're using a specific gadget with a specific star power. Super unique, and I think really interesting for those really underutilized star powers or gadgets out there. I'm looking at you, Sam. Dude, Sam's star powers and gadgets are just like complete polar opposites, to the point where I really enjoy trying to utilize like his star power where his knuckle busters charges up his super, or the gadget where it explodes and knocks them back. They're so bad, but you want to try to make them good, and maybe a synergy would help out that like fun build combo that you can use with him. I don't know, I really enjoyed the uniqueness of this concept, really going like the extra step to try to think of something unique and fun rather than just like third star powers, which I feel like is a very real thing that could be coming out in the future. But hats off to this guy for coming up with a really cool, unique idea here with synergies. But moving along here to our next post, we have Icyful 21 days ago. Guys, I've been seeing this now so often inside the community. Seeing that we have a new rarity coming to the game, ultra legendary. Wouldn't it make sense to have other things in the game that match that rarity? We have stuff like star drops. Their rarities match the equivalent of the rarities of brawlers that we have in the game as well. Epic, mythic, legendary, all that good stuff. Shouldn't we have an ultra legendary star drop? Or maybe ultra legendary skins? I think there's like a really cool opportunity or potential with this to come out in the future. So seeing concepts like this are really cool. This guy ended up going into a really unique concept with like skins in them, where there's a whole like upgrade system to it and stuff like that. But just in general, the ultra legendary star drop or extra things, I think is a really cool concept to explore here in a future update. Oh my goodness. I think the last couple times we have mentioned different concepts of this in our recent videos doing this, going over concept and ideas for Brawl Stars updates. This is so fire and I would adore it. An emoji wheel in the game, being able to use more of them in game, and I don't think it's too like overbearing or chaotic, you know what I mean? Something like this would be so fire, man. Just a nice quality of life change, you know? Coming from the guy that's opened up so many pin packs. If you guys have been around for a while, you'll know that series. Missed that series a lot. Ideas and concepts centralized around pins and cosmetics really jive with me. I enjoy them a lot. But then the final one I wanted to get into here in this episode today is a new epic gear idea. This specific individual came up with a shield dash gear. 20% damage reduction while utilizing your super, and it would be going to Bull, Berry, Stu, Fang, and Melody. It might be a little bit broken on like Stu, seeing that you use it a crap ton in some of these other characters and whatnot. I think someone said Bull would just be like insane in his hypercharge, right? But I wanted to bring this up. It is a cool concept, but just in general, I feel like the Brawl Stars dev team in one of these updates, it'd be really cool if they explored some sort of new gear ideas, new mythic gears, new epic gears. I feel like it's an avenue that hasn't been addressed, that has a ton of potential to make some fun stuff in the game, right? Maybe the gears, seeing that that update was a little bit on the rough side of things and the system that we had now was reworked a few times and it's good. Maybe they haven't been wanting to put too much attention, or not attention, but too much effort into that right now. But I think there's a lot of potential there. I want more mythic gears. I think it's fun seeing like a mythic gear for Mortis with his increased speed to his super changes how you play with him in a fun way. And I think like if every brawler had something like that, I think it'd be really fun. Let me know what you think. I think it's a very underexplored avenue in Brawl Stars as well. But there you have it, man. Another episode of some of the coolest update ideas thought up by really awesome people inside of our community. I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, if you guys enjoy this type of episode, make sure to let me know. Best way to tell me is with a like. And hey, subscribe to the channel, man. I'd appreciate that as well. But yeah, we'll be talking super soon. Adios, everybody. Take care.